When I moved to US in 2013, one of the first things that struck me was how deeply the society was built on credit. Almost everyone seemed encouraged to live beyond their means. The country itself, the richest in the world, is carrying a staggering amount of debt. In quarter one of 2025, total US credit card debt hit $1.182 trillion. This was in a sharp contrast to where I grew up. In early 2000s India, things were different. Millennials and Gen X mostly lived within their means. There was a culture of financial caution. While some show-off and shusha did exist, it was grounded in practicality. Back then, India had limited access to credit. But by 2024, we have seen an 81% increase in credit card usage compared to 5 years before. That's almost 100 million active credit cards in circulation. What changed? What kind of Western influence that many in India had always stood against actually creeped in while we were distracted? The worst parts of Western consumer culture, living beyond your means, began spreading globally. Showing off used to be an in-person thing. Now it's algorithmically amplified with curated content and filters. Anyone can create an aspirational persona that's far removed from the reality. And with the explosion of BNPL services and instant consumer loans, spending beyond one's means has become dangerously easy. The market ended up seeing the potential here. Now, you no longer need it to be rich. You just need it to look rich. From weddings to gadgets, restaurants to international travel, everything became a performance. It didn't stop there. A cottage industry emerged where people could pay to post fake photos of travel, concerts, and luxury experiences. Some even paid to be tagged in someone else's exotic trip content, giving the illusion that they have been there. People who hadn't stepped outside of their city were now travel influencers on Instagram. This came at a cost. As of 2024, 41% of India's first-time credit borrowers are Gen Z, and mental health is in decline. A 2023 report shows that 51% of Indian youth aged between 18 and 24 are distressed or struggling. This isn't just financial anymore, it's emotional and societal. What I just told you isn't just a cautionary tale, it's a call to action. Here's how we can push back. Promote financial literacy from school age. India needs to normalize conversations around budgeting, saving, credit scores, and interest rates, starting in schools and homes. Deglamorize debt. Not all debt is bad, but glorifying a life funded entirely by EMIs, credit cards, and pay later schemes is unsustainable. Let's make it okay to live simply. Support authenticity in digital spaces. Platforms must perform transparency. Let's celebrate real lives, not the filtered highlight. Social validation should come from purpose, not possessions. Expand access to mental health resources. We must invest in community mental health programs. Remove the stigma. Make counseling and therapy accessible, especially in universities and workplaces. Advocate for responsible lending. Encourage the government and RBI to regulate predatory lending practices, especially targeting youth with easy credit schemes. We need to build a culture that values inner peace more than outer appearances, where people aren't chasing validations through consumption, but finding joy in authenticity. If you found this video helpful, thoughtful, or even a bit eye-opening, please hit like and leave a comment. And subscribe for more stories and insights that go beyond the algorithm. Let's rebuild balance together. Have a good day.